Story of local showbiz, let's talk about Kahush. Now, Kahush is an artist. He did a beautiful, beautiful song in 2019, and the song was called, how am I losing this song? Misi Wezi. And it was such a good song, it became such a huge trend until people found out that he's actually the son of the then Agriculture and Livestock Development Cabinet Secretary, Mutahi Kagwe. And of course, this just ended up becoming one of those like, oh, he's the child of a cabinet secretary. Of course he succeeded. Of course his father helped him. Of course, of course, of course. There are so many things that were being talked about with regard to Kahush that had nothing to do with him. They had more to do with his dad. And that led to a lot of scrutiny, a lot of minimization, a lot of hateration on his part. But he says it's okay because in 2019, when he released the song, he had the support of his dad. And of course, his dad does listen to his music. But ultimately, he says, Miss Iwezi completely changed my life, man. It changed everything about me, even how I think about music. When I put the song out, there was never an intention of it blowing up. It was just about rapping and putting out stuff for fun, for the homies, and then it blew up. And of course, a lot of hate came from it, a lot of love came from it. But he says, unfortunately for him, considering he was very, very young, he focused a lot of his energy on the hate as opposed to all the love that he was getting for his song. And of course, as ruminating upon the story, calling his girlfriend, telling the girlfriend, hey, look, people are hating on me, I don't know what to do. He focused too much of the energy on the negativity as opposed to just focusing on the positivity. But either way, he says, fame came at a cost and nobody prepares you for fame. When I exploded, I was young. Fame came with positives and negatives, but at the time I focused mostly on the negatives. It is human nature. Most of the time we tend to focus on the bad things. Ultimately, he said he's not bothered by his dad being in politics and him being an artist. It is his journey. It is what he wants to do. They walk different walks. And he continued to say that he's really just a little bit desensitized from all the hateration. He says most of the people who are haters are actually the ones who love him the most, but ultimately fame did come with its fair share of scrutiny and people looking at you more introspectively. Like, it had its negativity and it has its positivity. I don't know whether he's talking about releasing a new song. He hasn't really given us that information or is not inclining into that direction, but hey, we'll wait and see. He still is a really, really good rapper. Moving on, it's time for Afro